It's going live. You see. It says live here.
Hey, here we are.
Okay.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's playing now.
We actually were not going to live stream today because it's Friday and I already put up the Bubba Hotep review earlier, but I went out and got a new laptop yesterday, just like I said I was going to, and we wanted to see if it was going to work, in response to I don't see any lag.
Look how good.
I mean, yeah, see? And we got an Ace. I actually I bought a brand new. It wasn't like a super expensive laptop or anything, but it's like I have two other computers. I have a PC and a Mac. So this one is just going to be like the dedicated streaming laptop.
Yeah, we got two people in right now. Just jumped in. How does it look, guys? Does it look better than it did before?
I mean, for us, it looks better and it's not lagging. So thank fucking God. Now we still haven't got the Ethernet cable, which I think is going to come today, but it looks like, I mean, I might still use it, but if it's going to work without that, then that would be good too.
Oracle Mom said, yeah, so y'all
look great. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, good. Yay. So so it wasn't a few $100 like wasted.
Yeah. And we didn't even have the Ethernet cable, do we?
No, it's supposed to come today, but I guess it hasn't arrived yet. I haven't got a notification.
That might improve it even more.
It may, yeah, because like I said, they really don't suggest that you use Wi-Fi to live stream.
Yeah.
So
I'm hoping that
I bought a 50-foot Ethernet cable for $18 and it's supposed to come today. Yeah, I was moving stuff around because I bought this laptop yesterday and I put it I had the Mac one, which I had to move over to that side, but they were next to each other for a little while. So this one was over here on the corner of the desk. And of course, the first thing that I did, I had it open, I had it set up and it was sitting there open on the corner. The first thing that Pookie did was jump up right onto the keyboard. Plonk.
Now see where this laptop is? Yeah. I like that. I'm gonna like that there's something there. I'm gonna put that on air thing there.
Oh, did you order that?
No, we're gonna order. Oh. Maybe it'll be up there in the up in the corner where that little turmeric bag is.
Yeah.
Maybe back there.
Okay.
Where that blue light is.
I have to put those turmeric bags in the tea cabinet.
That way the show's a little more visual.
Yeah, he wants to get it. Sorry, this just came.
I want to get one of those signs like they have like another podcaster says. It says on air,
so we can look all fancy and professional.
Yeah, and that shit's fucking hooks up on Bluetooth, so I can grab my thing here and then just press it in the Bluetooth and turn it on from across there. Some space age shit, some shit only aliens had when I was a kid. It's like, on air. Hold on.
Where's my death ray? God damn it. But yeah, so hopefully, I mean, it does seem like, and to me, the picture looks sharper. Another thing that I didn't realize was going to be good too was that when I hooked up the PC to our webcam, it downloaded the software for that particular webcam, which it didn't do on the Mac because I guess it didn't have any Mac compatible software. It still worked through QuickTime and stuff, but it didn't it wasn't maximized, I suppose. Yeah. So because I've done record, so the recorded shits should probably work better, look better as well.
We're seeing our voices are in sync with our mouths now too.
I know, isn't that nice? Yeah. Now I can actually look at myself on the screen without getting all fucking confused because I'm fucking running.
Yeah, it's only a $375 laptop. We're just gonna use it just for fucking streaming.
Yeah, I'm not, because like I said, I have two other ones. I have the PC that I use for video editing, and I have the Mac that I use for graphic design. And so this is just going to be the dedicated streaming computer. Like I said, I will probably also hook up the Ethernet cable to it as well, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, as soon as we get it.
It'll probably get clearer if we do that too.
I mean, the bad thing is though, now that we're in HD, now you can see all our wrinkles and shit like that.
You can see that anyway.
I don't have that many wrinkles.
Okay. But we're getting up there in age.
I know we are. Yeah. Well, it's what are you going to do about it?
There's still, it's going to look great in here, man. The lighting is more effective. So I could put a better backdrop back here now.
Yeah, we can do all kinds of fun things.
It's going to look a lot better.
You're never going to go out in the sun. What wrinkles? I only go out in the sun very early in the morning when I go for my walk. I try not to lay out in it too much. But so I didn't.
New computer, everybody's going, wow, new computer.
Yeah, we just got it yesterday. Because this is my third one, so it's gonna look it looks all fucking high tech in here. I look like a hacker. like from one of
those
those cheesy ass 90s movies. I'm gonna be sitting there going like that with like shit scrolling in the thing on the background. That's what I should put back there, all this scrolling kind of shit, so y'all think I'm like some big hacker or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were just doing a test today. We didn't have any movies to review particularly or anything like that, so we just wanted to see if it was working.
This would probably handle some of those moving lights that I have.
Maybe. Whoa, it's gonna look like a fucking disco up in this shit.
Back there. Yeah.
You need to have scrolling stuff projecting onto your face. That's I know. We're just gonna like do all the stupidest shit we could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a disco ball, like fucking all kind of shit.
Have some of our friends come over here and dance. Some girls
in the background.
Yeah, girls on poles.
Some poles.
Strippers that we know. Yeah.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Have Kaylee back there with kitty ears on spanking them.
Yeah. So what else was I going to say? Oh, remember, because I said that I was going to start doing book reviews. I decided I was going to wait until Halloween, but fuck it. I already have 2 of them done, and I already have most of a 3rd book finished, to read so I can review it. So I think what I'm going to do is start putting them up at the end of August or the beginning of September. I think I'm going to put them up on Mondays. You know what I mean? Just because it feels like we do the show on Saturday night and then we just kind of do some live stream on it. So I'll have something to put up on Monday.
Zach's asking if I saw that finished dominatrix thing. No, Zach, I don't have time to see all that, dude. I'm being bombarded. I mean, we got people sending us Blu-rays that we haven't even seen yet. I got 20 Blu-ray movies I got to watch.
Yeah, we have a pile. It's like it's right next to the TV, which
we're slowly whittling it away.
Pookie likes very much because then when she wants our attention, she can just jump up there and push the pile off. She'll be like, "Hey, are you guys gonna let me go outside or feed me or whatever it is that you want to do?" She's hilarious.
Yep.
Do you have anything else you'd like to talk about?
No, but I am glad that this worked out.
Yeah, me too.
It looks good.
Pookie the all-powerful. Oh, can we talk about for a second? We have been watching on Tubi. We have been watching or like catching up on some of the old seasons of Hoarders.
Oh God, man.
Because we had seen the new season, which I think was on Netflix or whatever the fuck it was on. But when we looked at Tubi, they had season 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and maybe 11. I didn't even realize that it had been on that long. And I thought we'd seen them all, but we watched like all of season 6 or a lot of season 6, and I hadn't seen any of those. So, the episode, I can't remember what season it was, with that woman that was like the bag shitter.
She was shitting in bags and storing them. Yeah, and fuck up in the top bathroom.
And the floor caved in.
Through the floor. They had to condemn the whole house.
Yeah, remember that one? Yeah. Okay, well.
We thought that was the worst one.
Nope.
No, there's a worse one than that.
Nope.
They had this girl I was calling her Moon Pie.
He started calling her Moon Pie. She had a very round face.
Moon Pie's head was totally spherical. She looked like a 3D living version of a South Park fucking character.
She did, now that you mention it. I feel kind of bad because she's mentally ill.
She had a totally round head with these fucking sharp ass fucking teeth coming out sideways. And she was pissing and shitting in fucking big old fucking juice, half-gallon juice bottles. Yeah, those
plastic juice bottles.
Plastic juice bottles. And that was all over the fucking house, just piled up. And then it was all piled up out in the backyard. And then when she ran out of juice bottles, once juice bottles took over, she was then pissing and shitting in a bucket and pouring that into a pan and walking it out over a mountain of garbage in the damn house. It'd be sloshing out all over, and she'd throw it out. And they had the fucking health inspectors come over, and she's like, "Do you smell something in here?" They're like, "Yeah." Like, because they say it smells kind of musty. I think the mold happened.
She kept saying musty.
Musty is like mold. And they're like, "No, it smells like piss and shit in here."
They're like, "Your house is full of shit."
But no, she's in total fucking denial. She's like, "I can't smell that, but I do smell a little bit of mold smelling in there." Like, bitch was fucking crazy.
It was.
And this goes to show you there's got to be limits to people's freedoms. You can't just be free to shit in these bottles and stack them up inside your damn house. That's a risk to everybody.
You can't be free to shit in a bottle.
You can't be free to shit in a bottle and stack that shit upside your house.
Well, like I said, that is something that...
Who would think of that?
Not me, that's for sure. Apparently, I'm not all that creative.
This is what happens when you close down all those loony bins. They had to bring these loony bins back because this shit here, she
the
couldn't live
problem
on her own.
I mean, they have ones like that, but they're really expensive. And if you don't have insurance, you're kind of fucked.
Nah, they need to have some state-run loony bins for people that just can't live on their own. She could probably live in a group home, something like that.
I think they were even kind of talking. I don't think they like to say, like, unless the person's like really old, and have like, you know, physical issues as well. I don't think they usually like to say anything about putting them somewhere, like in a home.
Right, yeah.
This woman was young. I mean, she looked like she was maybe only in her 30s.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Kinda.
that.
It was taking its toll on her, though. I mean.
Yeah, but she didn't strike me. She wasn't very old. And they did say something about her not being able to live by herself. Oh, thank you very much, J Couch.
Thank you very much, Bo. Chipping in on a fucking computer. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was Elvis. Elvis stepping in. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that goes with the whole theme today because we reviewed Bubba Hotep. Today
that was a good review.
But it was. Well, we both love that movie. So it's like really, and it's like fun to talk about because like the premise of it is so crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this woman, so they did like say something about, you know, maybe putting her somewhere. I don't know if they meant like putting her in an institution or putting her, like making her stay with relatives, because I would think that if all of her relatives would be like, we don't want her because she'll be like shitting all over. Because that's the thing. It's like, I know they can't help it. I know it's a mental illness, but it's like, that's what happens. Like when you let a hoarder, like when they fuck up their house and then they move
the whole neighborhood,
and then they move in with like a relative and then they fuck up the relative's house too. They start like putting shit in their house.
Yeah.
And
well,
it's like,
fucked up some of them were fucking up the whole neighborhood.
Well, yeah.
You could smell it fucking blocks away. Rats, disease, you know, it's a damn health hazard. Plague. That's how shit starts.
That's what I mean. It's like, you're just like fucking up the whole neighborhood. There's going to be roaches in like the neighbor's house. The whole neighborhood's going to smell.
Yeah, shitbag lady. They tore her whole house down.
They did, that? I think they ended up having
to tear that whole house down, and she didn't want to go to any home, or she didn't want to do that. So they just said, okay, fuck off, fuck out of here. And she just walked off into the sunset.
Into the sunset.
Yeah, that's the genesis of a bum. That's where bums come from. They just walk off. But she wouldn't even be allowed in a bum camp.
Well, that's what I mean. It's
She'd
like
just be shitting where she's.
Well, and some of the people, it's like, it's really sad because nasty. I mean, some of the people that are in there, it's like homeless people live better because it's like, at least they're not sleeping in a house, like all in their own filth and like just letting rats and roaches and shit crawl all over them. I would rather sleep outside. Thank you, Melanie. You were awesome. Oh my gosh. We just like came on surprisingly just to say, hey, look, we got a new thing and it's not lagging anymore. So everyone's very happy about it. I'm very happy about it.
Yeah.
Because I was getting sick of that fucking lagging shit too.
Yeah, I was getting sick of that fucking fuzzy, ill-defined, low resolution look. And how everything was out of fucking sync. You know what I mean? I'm being all animated and I look fucking insane, man, because my fucking words aren't lining up with my mouth. I'm like, damn.
We look like a badly dubbed
Kung Fu I fucking move a lot. I move a lot when I talk. I do this and shit, you know. I'm fucking.
Well, and especially
when it's jerky, it looks crazy.
Well, and especially the more you drink, like the more you move around, like your little butt starts swiveling like all over the chair.
Yeah,
and you
when
start
you see
like
the lag,
your
you're like, what the fuck does that dude do?
Which is really funny. So if people don't hear like the explanation of me at the beginning, going, yeah, it's lagging again, and then they get to the end, and then you're just like going.
Yeah.
Like all over the fucking place. Looking like Max Headroom or something.
Yeah, right, exactly. But tonight is Friday, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, shit, man.
What does that mean?
Because I got all that fucking tequila and I got all that rock star sitting up in there, man. We ought to do a stream tonight, just a drunk stream. Because we got to stream. We got to do the show tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna stream. We're gonna stream the show tomorrow night.
And then
we're doing a really fucked up topic too.
No nightclubs or anything, you know.
Nope.
Can't go out. So might as well, I don't know. Maybe we got to just get drunk on stream.
I don't know. I had a couple movies I needed to watch tonight.
Do you?
Actually,
you tired? She's tired.
I'm always tired.
Yeah,
if you know what, if I didn't do shit when I was tired, then I would never do shit.
Probably make more money on a drunk stream than we would on a fucking show stream.
Although, I mean, the regular show stream is a drunk stream.
It's a drunk stream too.
I mean,
towards the end.
Yeah.
It's slow kind of.
Well, yeah. I mean, usually you get drunk quicker than me because I usually have to like follow the notes and stuff. Yeah. I usually drink slower.
This is some behind the scenes information for y'all.
Are you not going to say anything bad about me?
No,
right?
no.
Okay.
I make her drinks about half of what I make mine.
Yeah.
Because she's got to be able to read.
I have to be able to read and like keep track of like notes and have somewhat of a coherent.
Yeah. I'm just trying to be the comedic relief. You know what I mean? I'm the substitute audience. So I'm just trying to like, no way, just reacting to shit. And it's hard to do.
It's like, damn.
It's hard to do a solo show.
It is. I've done it, and it's like it is hard.
You got to have somebody standing next to you to fucking kind of react and play off of. If it's just you and then the audience, it's a lot harder.
Yeah,
it's a lot harder.
I mean, it's not as bad as it used to be. Like, because I've done recorded a couple of book reviews, and I think they came out good. I didn't like fuck them up too many times. Yeah. Because
it's just a show. It's harder to do a live show, I think, by yourself.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I mean, did I do a couple? I think I did a couple because you weren't around.
Yeah.
And I always just kind of feel like he's like, I'm just going to wander off over here and do something. Oh, but one thing I wanted to say about like the moon pie shit lady that was on the TV. It's just like, I think I only had like one drink last night, but it was kind of a strong one. So like by the time that had rolled around, because you guys, like I can watch gore all day long, but, I can't watch anything poop related without wanting to heave.
You got to try to get like a photograph from the show of Moon Pie's head, just Moon Pie's face, and make that a meme on the show. If something gets real fucking nasty, talk about shit. Fucking, you just pop fucking Moon Pie's
face with the little bottles in the corner.
Well, actually, the photo that they used for her. For the fucking thumbnail for that particular episode.
I was like, oh, that poor lady.
As soon as I saw that woman, I was like, man, that woman looks like something off of South Park.
Yeah, she started calling her Moon Pie.
Her head looks like a fucking
And then I felt really bad for her, but then like when we saw the actual show, I'm like, oh shit, I guess there's not really a flattering picture of her.
You could take a compass and put it right in the center of the fucking picture of the nose and draw a perfect circle, and it would match her head perfectly. And it was yellow, like a fucking moon pie, like a round fucking moon pie.
Like a Nana moon pie. A Nana moon pie with teeth.
Yeah, Nana moon pie. From Alabama.
I can't stand Nana moon pies.
I love banana moon pie.
Other moon pies are all right, but I can't stand fake banana flavored anything. I'm not even really a big fan of real bananas. Yeah. I'll eat them if I have to, but I really don't like that artificial banana flavor.
One time when I was a kid, man, I really fucking jumped the shark when it comes to Nana moon pies. Okay.
Oh shit! This should be. I don't think I've heard this story.
Yeah, I was at Grandma's house. Down
that's where all the most.
That's where shit started.
That's right.
She had Nana moon pies and chocolate moon pies. Okay, and Oreos. All right, I was eating Oreos and I was eating bananas, moon pies, and chocolate moon pies.
You were eating all.
And then I just started to think, what would it be like if a banana moon pie was like an Oreo? So I opened up 2 chocolate moon pies and a banana moon pie and put the banana moon pie in between the 2 chocolate ones.
Of course you did.
And this shit was fucking like big, man. It was like fucking bigger than a Big Mac.
It's like a Baconator, except
and ate that. God, that shit was so sweet. Even as a little kid, I couldn't get through it.
Wow, that's saying something. Why did I do this?
I got 1/3 through it. It was just like, oh, no, I can't eat it.
You gave it a valiant effort, though.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever doing anything. I mean, the weirdest shit I did was like, I love Little Debbie's. Like some of them are gross, but like the Nana ones. But you'd always take like the Swiss cake rolls and you'd like unroll them and then like eat the unrolled one. And sometimes I would take the zebra cakes and like pull them in half, and then you could put another one like an oatmeal pie in the middle. Yeah, and, like make a little sandwich.
You're saying that ought to be one for the cookbook. That's actually some shit that Elvis would have fucking tried to eat.
I mean, we've all been there. Okay, it's like sometime when you're a kid or when you're like drunk or you've been maybe smoking a little something.
Elvis would have tried to eat that shit back in the Vegas phase.
Yeah, you just see a couple
laid up in bed, fucking give me 2 chocolate moon pies. I call that a banana moon pie Oreo sandwich. No, banana moon pie Oreo burger.
How is the cookbook coming, by the way? Well, like I said, I have like the pages like templated out.
Yeah, and what each recipe's gonna be. We have to see. She's got other projects. She has to do.
I know. I'm trying to finish.
The infrastructure is done.
Yeah. Because I have like all the pages laid out. Because there's gonna be like different variations of pages, just like I did with the Vegan Black Metal Chef's book, there was like, 6 different page designs, and you could just like kind of, so I did like a whole bunch of different page designs, and then now we could just like slap in like the photos.
And it'll all be written in my voice.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think that would be like really, really funny. Like if I know you so well, like I've known you so long that I could probably just like write it
on her own
with my own, because just like listening to like imagining how you would say it.
Yeah.
So
the Mexican section is going to be really good because it's going to have my step-by-step instruction experience on making tortillas themselves and getting that damn press.
Yeah, because he just got the press.
I just got that press in, and I got this cast iron press from Mexico. All right? That shit is fucking high speed. And my buddy Jair down in fucking Tijuana, I fucking go live with him, and he's kind of walking me through it. There's trial and error on how to make a tortilla. Got to be the right size, about the size of a ping pong ball, and you need 2 pieces of plastic. Because I tried wax paper, it sticks. But if you have plastic above it and below it, you can squeeze it in that press. If you squeeze it part of the way, you can open it back up and make any adjustments. So that way it's dead in the center. Because it's hard to judge during the squishing process. And if you over squish, it'll get too thin. And then when you try to make the taco, it'll fall apart. It's got to be the right thickness. So you have to get the feel of how much to squeeze it. And you don't want to cook it in a pan that has any oil in it. It's got to just be a non-stick or a cast iron, a real well, seasoned cast iron pan. And it'll come out like one of your little corn tortilla shells that you'd buy at the store. They come out like that. You can store them and eat them in the, put them in the refrigerator, in a Ziploc. I've been doing that too. But then you can fry it back up in oil. They're good. They don't taste anything like a store-bought tortilla. It's just nice.
They're way, way better.
Yeah,
the flavor is way better. Because you made chicken tacos with them last night.
Yeah.
And they were really, really good.
Yeah, it's more like cornbread.
Yeah.
It tastes more like real good Southern cornbread. And it's pretty cheap. That Maseca, I think it's about $4 or $5 for a big old bag of it. And that makes a pretty good amount of tortillas. And they're just fresh. It just nothing can compete with it.
Yeah, everything's better if you make it from scratch.
And then I experimented. I overcooked some of them to turn them into corn chips. And man, you'd be able to make some badass fucking nachos with these things. Jesus Christ.
We should do that sometime this weekend. Probably.
Yeah, I can make some badass nachos with that. See what everybody's saying.
The squishing process.
Yeah.
I know.
They're talking about I'm increasing their blood pressure by talking about fucking
all the sugar
moon
and
pies. And...
Well, we always kind of get talking about Little Debbie's for some reason.
It's just the South.
It is. Yeah. And, when I was a kid, my grandma fucking loved those. And
nostalgia.
She always had like tons of boxes of them because they were super cheap,
They had these boxes. They had these Little Debbie's. They came in a big old fucking flat box, and they were oatmeal cookie sandwiches that had a fucking marshmallow in the middle of them. Remember those?
Oh yeah.
And they were all individually wrapped. If you ate them on their own, they weren't all that special. But if you just opened that wrapper and microwaved them for 15 seconds, they were fucking good.
Yeah, some of them
really good when they were hot.
You really either had to microwave, or some of them were better if you froze them.
Really?
Oddly enough. Yeah.
Remember the little
just like candy bars, some of them were better frozen.
Remember the little cinnamon swirls? They're like little cinnamon rolls?
Yeah.
They had those too, right? Those were good heated up.
Yeah, you have to heat those.
Those
up.
are really good.
I mean, eating like a cinnamon roll at room temperature is just sad. Don't do that. Like heat it up for like 5 seconds in the microwave and it's not all gooey and squishy.
Yeah, and it'd be like, they'd sell us big boxes of them for $1. And that's
they were 99 cents.
99 cents for a huge box.
Or I think there was 8 or 12 of them in there, depending on what kind it was, because some of them were bigger than others.
And it was just a Southern product, and that's why a lot of Southerners were fat, man. They were fucking eating those things.
Just that reason.
Remember the Nutter butter bars? Mm-hmm. The Nutter bars. Isn't that what it was called?
Yeah, what were they called? Fuck, man.
It was like a fucking gigantic wafer, peanut butter wafer dipped in chocolate.
Dipped in
chocolate. Damn, that'd be something to get dipped in chocolate, wouldn't it? Damn.
That was a little bit of
That's like some shit that might happen in prison somewhere.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And then that just made me think of like people like like sticking the Nutter Butter wafer things up people's butt and stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
why did we go there? I don't know. Nutty bars, that's what they're called. Yeah.
Nutty bars. Yeah.
Those are pretty
nutty
good.
Bars. Yeah, nutty bars.
Like I said, we should do like a whole show on like ranking Little Debbie's, like which ones are good and which ones aren't. I don't
Zach's
even
asking if we can set it up so we can play the intro and outro during the live streams. Do you know how to do that?
I don't know. I could figure it out probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was wondering about that because I thought people would probably miss like the intro and the outro, like the credits, and then like the videos of Pookie that I used to put in the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could take videos of Pookie and then just like put them up separately.
This is going to be a dedicated streaming
Identificated.
This is going to be a dedicated streaming computer, so you might be able to hook that up.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out how to do that. You're making me laugh so much that my eyes
Making
are
her
watering.
do too much work, Zach. But it's right. We probably
What
should
else
have
is-
that.
what else is new?
We probably should have that. It's almost time for a new one.
For a new
Intro and outro.
Yeah.
It could probably just be shorter.
I mean, the one we had was only like 5 seconds. I
Is it?
think.
Okay.
Well, I don't remember. Is it 5 seconds? I can't remember. Was it because, like I said, the last few shows we haven't used it because
A lot of that
What
shit.
was that?
Ghost. Fucking Pookie.
yeah,
A lot of stuff is reaching expiration date, though. We just need to replace it with newer stuff, freshen it up. Just if you ask me, because we've been using that intro and outro for a couple years now.
since 2018, I think.
Yeah,
I made
it's
that.
time to get a newer one. Maybe something. I don't know. You come up with something.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'll come up with something. I'm trying to finish that my presentation for the Strange Realities conference.
Yeah. Well, when you get ready.
I got the written part done. I just have to make like the little PowerPoint presentation
Okay.
like this afternoon. So that's what I'm going to work on. But like I said, this was just kind of like a little surprise. I didn't even announce this live stream, I don't think. Just so we could see if it was working. It looks like it's working delightfully. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, maybe the Ethernet cable might even make it even like
I
better.
think the
But it's like, look, we look
That
all
might come.
we look all crisp and lovely, and our mouths and
It's
our
a little
voices
bit-
are
It's better than it was. It's not totally perfect, but it's better than it was.
well. Nothing's totally perfect,
Yeah.
All right,
It's better than it was.
so I guess we'll
Yeah, we'll
Wrap it
shut
up.
it down. We'll see
All
you
right.
guys tomorrow.
tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
They say the sound is amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the
Oh,
same
what
mic. It's the same microphone, but
Oh no. That's Mango telling Beth Owens that something sounds amazing.
oh, okay. Yeah.
Cold milk. So she's talking about cold milk with them damn nutty bars.
Oh yeah.
The thing with
Man,
the
I
nutty bar-
used to love that, like, because I can't really drink like whole milk anymore because I'll be gigantic. But I used to like iced whole milk. With
Germans kind of make those kind of wafer candies, and they do like really good jobs. Like what was that kind that we had, the little square ones? Do you remember what those were?
what the hell are those called?
They're kind of hazelnut.
yeah,
Chocolate.
those are delicious.
All right. They're extremely high quality. That's not how you're going to do it in the South. All right. You're going to make it high quantity.
right.
Imagine you took that fucking bar and you took it to Willy Wonka and you put it in that TV machine to make everything bigger.
Mhm.
All right. But he was actually making shit smaller, right? It seems like it's bigger, but the quality suffers,
Yeah.
So the Nutter bars were big, man. I remember them being about
Thank you, Matt.
7 inches long. Thank you very much, man. They're like 6 or 7 inches long, and they were tall, maybe like an inch tall, but they were kind of coarse. And they were filled with, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
And the chocolate was very waxy.
And it's thin. The chocolate was kind of thin on the outside,
Yeah, it
like
was
the coating
thin.
of chocolate.
Very
was kinda-
thin. And the wafer itself was kind of coarse. And the filling it tasted like peanut butter, but it was kind of like cheap, real sugary, sweet peanut butter.
A peanut butter adjacent product.
It's like a peanut butter like substance. It's like peanut powder or something.
Yeah, it might have been.
Mixed. Yeah, it was weird.
It might have been like a powder.
They
peanut
tasted good until you got to the very end of them. You were sick of it. And that's not the way. That's what I'm talking about. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, these are pretty good. And then all of a sudden you start getting the last few bites. You're like, it was like a chore. You're like, okay, it's done. It's over. And that's not
that
the
was
way,
an ordeal.
yeah, and that's not the way the German ones were. Those German ones, you could sit in bed, probably eat a fucking case of them. No, they were addictive taste.
I probably could.
But
Little
Debbie was just about giving you something that was really big, really sweet, for really cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And American chocolate is notoriously not that good. European chocolate, depending on the company that you're talking about, Hershey's. Yeah. I mean, Hershey is kind of like the main selling one, and a lot of people, like Europeans, think that Hershey's chocolate tastes like vomit, which it kind of does a little bit because it has a little bit of a curdled milk kind of thing that they don't do over there. So the chocolate in Europe, I will agree, is like tastes a lot better, except for like ones over here like Ghirardelli and stuff. Those are good, but Hershey's isn't that. I'll eat it, but it's not fantastic. Yeah,
the thing is that the Hershey's company kind of had a very unique place in history. It's been American history, and that appeared in the 1800s, in a time when chocolate was just not affordable.
Yeah,
you know, poor people could never afford.
Yeah, that was chocolate. Fancy people.
That's fancy shit. They were able to take a small amount of cocoa beans and make a piece of chocolate that a child could buy for a penny, and that was just unheard of.
Yeah,
you're not talking gourmet shit. This is something you sold to the people. The United States was always about had a big demand, and they were trying to make the supply meet that demand, and it was low income people, so it was almost a Soviet style mass production problem to feed America. So the first things that appeared on a national level were big production, cheap, low quality products. They were trying to democratize food or democratize wealth, give it to the people. It was just another time, and Hershey's was one of those companies. Heinz was another one. Heinz sold pickled stuff. When you look at ketchup, mustard, and relish, and pickled stuff, pickles, you see those as condiments. But in the 1800s, those were whole food products. That was the only vegetable you were going to get.
I'm going to have a big old bowl of ketchup.
Well, they put it on meat.
Yeah, I know.
And they were putting it on meat, and that was a substitute for a vegetable because there was no refrigeration.
Yeah,
and you could keep that on a shelf indefinitely. And we wonder why they looked as funny as they did, and why they were so skinny and scrawny and unhealthy looking, because of what they were eating. It was shit.
Yeah,
canned meat. Half that damn fucking food came off of fucking rotten cows. A lot of it came off of rotten cows. What was that called? Concrete Jungle, that fucking book that exposed all that of the meat packing.
It was just called The Jungle.
The Jungle.
Sinclair Lewis, yeah.
Yeah.
We read it in school.
Yeah, I had to read that like in 5th grade, I think. 5th grade, I think, 5th or 6th grade.
Yeah, I don't remember. School. Yeah, something like that. I think it was 5th or 6th grade.
And man, it just exposed how bad, the early industries were, especially the meat packing industry. It's totally, they'd find a damn half a rotten cow that got fallen behind a big thing, and they'd say, "Oh, we got to can
that. Fell behind a desk.
Use that. Fell behind the thing. It's been back there a couple extra days. Let's it's only going to be, it's going to go in this gigantic vat. What do we do? Don't waste it." And they'd bore holes in it and pour lye in it and try to get the stink out of it and try to sanitize a big old half a damn rotten cow. And then they'd throw that in the fucking big old pot of boiling water along with all the good cows, and then just run it through a centrifuge and fucking pack it in cans and send it out to people.
Yeah, food was scary before they actually had any like standards or laws or anything.
Yeah,
saying that you had to have things be a particular. They're just like, whatever, just throw it all in there. It'll be for probably not many people will die.
Yeah. Well, I really think a lot of it was ignorance.
Some of it was, sure.
A lot of it just didn't know. Well, if it smells okay, it's okay.
Not
if
always.
We cook it and it'll kill everything, and it's going to only be 1 part per 2,000 once it's diluted with all the rest of these cows. It'll be all right. They're not really thinking about cross-contamination and, spreading of fucking bacteria. Although I think most of the bacteria probably have been killed in the cooking process. But it's just gross. Yeah. They didn't think that way.
Nope.
They didn't think that way.
Yeah.
This is 1800s, fucking nasty fuckers.
They were nasty.
Yeah, they were nasty fuckers.
Were they as nasty as Moon Pie Shit Lady?
No, they weren't that nasty.
No,
they would have known better. Yeah, but they were nasty. They still kept pots of shit in the house, though. It was called a fucking chamber pot.
Well,
they
yeah.
piss and shit in a pot and just put it in a damn fucking
Let's
cupboard.
tuck it back under the
Put that
bed
bed in the
and then
cupboard.
sleep on it.
Yeah, they're fucking crazy, you know. So they were tolerant of fucking nastiness.
I don't understand how. I mean,
upbringing.
I just like, you know what? I take out the garbage. I just touch the top of the garbage can, and I'm like, I have to wash my hands.
Another thing,
and I'm like not OCD or anything.
Another thing today is people are spoiled, man. They're out there fucking crying and over fucking poisonous environments and fucking how bad the environment. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. 1800 city life was toxic as fuck. As fuck. There was no controls over any of these leather industries, and those things were fucking filthy. They were using mercury in most of their processes.
Yep.
And mercury was in all the fucking drinking water, the groundwater. It was all in your canned food because there was mercury in the solders that they used to close everything. So they were fucked up. They were mostly poisoned. There was lots and lots of birth defects, and they didn't know why. Rampant fucking shit like syphilis that would make somebody look like Eddie from Iron Maiden. And they got photos of it. It's fucking horrible. What a child born from a syphilitic mother looked like once that syphilis was on that fetus and it came out and grew. It looked just like Eddie from Iron Maiden. Yeah. They had him like that, just walking around or in the institutions. It was horrible. Which that gave rise to a lot of the fucking weird concepts like, you know, Karl Marx and everything of his complaints. He was complaining about a world that no longer exists. It was much worse than today, much worse. And a lot more violent. And also, we could talk about how violent today is, and there's nothing compared to the 70s. 70s was very violent. But they say in the early 1800s in American cities and even in European cities, like places up in Scotland and Wales, some of those cities were fucking horribly violent, where murder was just common.
Yeah. Well, and everyone just got away with it because they didn't have like any forensic science to speak of. So it's like, unless somebody saw somebody butchering somebody in the street, that if they didn't catch you doing it, you kind of just could do it.
Murder, rape, cannibalism.
Thank you, Mango Badger.
Enslaving of women was common. Sexual slavery was pretty fucking common. They did all kinds of shit that you wouldn't think of. Now, we're not talking about black slavery. We're talking about white slavery. You know, white women were being enslaved as sex slaves in prostitution rings. It was, and a lot of time this wasn't fucking spoken about. And then they were killing people to sell the cadavers to doctors. Yeah. It was a lot worse back then. And if fucking we don't play our cards right, it'll just go back to that. That's actually the normal state of mankind. If you read the right authors, there was a good Russian author that talked about it. His name is Dmitry Orpilov. And he goes through all the stages of societal collapse because he survived the collapse of the Soviet Union. And he got way into history and wrote about his experiences during the Soviet collapse. And he says, if you go back through history, actually, most of mankind is in a stage of what's called stage 3 collapse.
Thank you, Tony Lee.
Thank you very much. Stage 3 collapse is the normal state of mankind. And it's bad, you know. We're actually in one of the good parts of history. And there was collapses going back. Probably the oldest one that we know about was the collapse of the Bronze Age. There's a bunch of Bronze Age civilizations that collapsed because of a group called the Sea People. Sea People came. And then, Sea People came and invaded and fucking destroyed all the cities and this and that. And when you look at Egyptian carvings of who the Sea People were and the names that were given, when you saw them, it was just families in carts being pulled by oxen with warriors. So you're talking about a mass migration is what they're talking about. And the cities that they're talking about, or the lands where they came from, sound like Italy, sound like Sicily and places from the Greco-Roman part, which, the Italians really didn't have much knowledge of that area. But they went into... But, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're supposed to be shutting this fucking down anyway.
Yeah, that was like 15 minutes ago.
On the side. All right, people liked it. They're sending money.
I was like, my glass is empty. This wasn't, and I swear this is not an alcoholic drink. It's only like 3 in the afternoon or 3:30 in the afternoon. This was water with some mango shit in it.
Yeah, but I encourage you guys to. There's probably some stuff on YouTube about the Bronze Age collapse and the Sea People. That's a good. A lot of historians talk about that. Very interesting story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to wrap it up?
That's it.
All right. I got to start working on this presentation again too, because I just really want to get this damn thing done today.
All right.
All right. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night for the regular show. Everybody get your cocktails prepared because it's going to be
good.
Yeah, it's going to be a real unpleasant topic. I'm just going to say, but fun in its own way and in a messed up kind of way. So we'll talk to you guys again tomorrow. And thanks for dropping by this little surprise live stream that we had. Bye. Oh no. Okay. Okay, come on.
Just still running?
Oh shit.
There you go. You sure you want to end the stream? Yes.
Yes.
End the stream.